It's your girl J Slay and I'm back with another DIY video. I'm going to be using the items pictured below to make some fur boots, so let's get started. So what I have here are some faux feathers and some faux fur and some boots. I'm going to measure around the top rim of those boots to see how wide I need to cut out my fabric. So it came out to about 16 inches and some change. So I'm just gonna measure that on the fabric itself and put a push pin, Lord Jesus, a push pin where I want to mark where the cut should be. Now that I've figured out the circumference of the boots, I'm just going to figure out the length or the height that I want the fur to lay on the boot. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm just trying to place the fur, trying to get an idea of where I want it, how I want it. So I don't end up with the fur that low. So yeah. Once you figured out how high you want your fur to lay on the boots, just go ahead and measure that out on the fur itself, on the back of it. You never want to cut the fur from the front because it gets very, very messy. So it's better to cut from the back with a box cutter. I don't suggest scissors when it comes to fur because it gets super messy and that fur will get stuck in the middle of the scissors and you'll have to constantly stop and pull that fur out. So always use a box cutter or just a razor if you have one. So as you can see, I ended up putting the fur a little higher on the boot. So I'm just gonna pin it where I want it to sit. So where the fur meets in the back, I'm taking pins and pinning it on both sides of the fur. Okay, because I'm gonna be sewing this together because I want it to be, I want it to be lit. I want it to stay. I don't want it falling off, I don't want it sagging. So we're gonna take some needle and thread. We're gonna use that sewing kit and we're just gonna sew that together. So I was watching TV, y'all, so I was taking some pauses for the calls, and I've edited those out as much as I can without missing the good parts of me creating this DIY. So excuse me, child. Okay, we are done sewing. All right. So now you want to just go through the back of the boot and take out any of those push pins because you do not want to slide your foot in here when you are done and cut yourself. Okay. Now that is a warning. Now, I know my little, slay queens and kings out there are like, girl, I don't know about these feathers. Trust me, the feathers are cute. They add that little extra razzle dazzle to the boots. They don't make the boots basic, okay? They make them, slayable, at least to me. Now, if you do not like the feathers, please feel free to pick a different fabric. Of course, when you make your own boots, you pick the fabric that you enjoy and the fabric that, you know, lights you up inside. So as you can see here, I have set a push pin in place to hold that together while I sew around the edges of the ribbon that is holding the feathers together. So I'm just gonna take that around the rim. Now, for those of you who are concerned right now, I am not gonna leave the boots like that. I know y'all are like, won't the thread be exposed? I mean, that's real tacky. Hold on, just wait. All right, so let's put your concerns away for the rim of the boots because we are about to lay some fabric, honey. I have some black faux fur. It's a fuzzy kind of sorts. So I chose this to go around the rim of the boots because, for one, I wanted the feathers ribbon not to be exposed. And for two, it just adds that extra, you know, just that extra little pinch or something, you know, razzle dazzle to the boots, you know, keep it cute. So I'm just gonna add it right where the ribbon starts. So if you can see the ribbon, I'm just gonna place that right there. And it's only about maybe not even an inch of ribbon. So it's gonna be very, very little of this fabric exposed at the top of these boots. Remember, once you lay your fabric, go ahead and put a push pin in place to keep it intact while you get it together, okay? And plus, these push pins help you kind of get an idea of what it'll look like and make sure you don't want to like change its position before you start to permanently put it on. Now, for this particular part of the project, I will be using my glue gun to lay this fabric on top of the ribbon of the feathers. Please be sure not to get any hot glue on your feathers, okay? So put it just on the rim. Once you put that glue on the rim, go ahead and put that fabric over the glue, press and hold. It doesn't take long for it to dry and get sticky. And you're just gonna do that all the way around until you're done. The glue gun is totally optional. If you would like to sew this down from the inside, you totally can. But for me, I just wanted to use a glue gun because it was a little bit quicker. But if I had the patience today, I would have sewn it down, but you know, I just went ahead and used my handy dandy glue gun. I'm gonna use that glue gun to glue it on the inside as well. So the excess fur that is not on the outside of the boot, I'm going to flip it up and put some glue on the inside of the fur, on the back of the fabric, and press it down inside of the boot, okay? And we are done. Yes. And I have already worn them out. Hour after I finished making them. Sure did. If you want to see this lighted fur mirror DIY, please check the description box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is your girl J Slay, and I'll be back with more videos.